Following on from the previous movie, we're going to take a look at customizing the links panel a little bit. You will have noticed that I've reset my images so they don't look so horrible now. So let's come up and see how we can look at this panel. I'll choose my panel options again and come down, and we have two options here: show column, show in link info. We're just going to deal with the show column, and that's up here. And notice that it's showing the name. That we can't change. It always shows the name. However, we could turn the thumbnails off like this if we didn't want to see it. And we could tell it to show what page it's on. And if we don't need to know the size, which I normally don't need to know, I'll turn that off. Nice to know what page it is. But effective PPI is a really useful piece of information. Pixels per inch. So clicking OK like that. And I need to make it a little bit bigger now, so I'll just pull it out. Here we have the name, we have the status, the link information, the page that it's on, and the effective PPI. Now if we come over to our other menu here, you can see that the pages do change here, plus we've got A up here where it's on the A master, or page 1 where another image is on. So let's head back to this one here, and we can look at some of these things. We can move these across like this if you want the PPI to be over here, or you want them to be a little bit smaller so they take up a little less space. You can resize it that way. Now we also have the link information down here. So if I click in this and click in one of the images, it shows me an awful lot of information about it. And again, we can control this from the panel options over here. We can show the thumbnail in the link info. So clicking OK, and we get the thumbnail when we come out here. That way, if we select this, we don't need it selected to know exactly what image it is. It'll give us the name, the status, the page it's on, the size, the color space, the ICC profile, and all sorts of information here that may or may not be useful to you. But as you can see, we can go back into our panel options here and we can change it. So because we've got the status and the page number over here, we could turn these ones off. If we're not using ICC profiles, we could turn that off. Blur overrides on it. Actual PPI, we may want to know that. That might be useful here. Effective PPIs up top, we don't need that. And here we can see how much it's been scaled, the dimensions, the path. That's where it's located on your drive. So I'll just go ahead and click in those, and we have trimmed it down a little bit. So it's showing me that it's been scaled 16.5% from its original. And if I go through and scale it again there, I had the wrong keys there. Let me undo that and resize it like this. You can see that now when I click in here, it's at 28%. You do need to be selecting the object rather than the frame itself, of course. So click away, select the frame. There we can see that the effective PPI is 257, and that's marginal for printing, commercial printing. Of course, it depends on the press. One of those things is that everybody says 300 PPI you need for printing, but some presses run at a lower line screen, so you don't need as much resolution. Some run higher, so you might need 400 plus PPI. So it's something you've got to talk to your commercial printer about to find out what PPI is the optimum for your images. However, knowing what it is in your document is invaluable to you. So that's just a summary of the information we have. We can collapse the bottom one and expand it simply by clicking here and just put in the information that we use all the time at the top. Want to find out more about it, we simply come down here and we have everything available.